What's happening right now with XRP and the entire digital payments landscape is absolutely insane. The US payment revolution is finally pulling back the curtain on what's really going down behind the scenes with digital assets. And folks, this changes everything for XRP holders. We've got breaking intel from Senator Bill Haggerty, who is spearheading the Genius Act. Fresh updates from the new SEC Chair Paul Atkins on crypto regulations that'll blow your mind. Plus some absolutely bullish Messari metrics that have me more excited about XRP than I've been in months. Alright, XRP Army, let's dive into something massive. We're witnessing the birth of America's digital payment infrastructure, and guess what's at the heart of it? Stablecoins and the XRP ledger technology that's been powering instant settlements for years. Check out this incredible insight from Senator Haggerty. Watch this. Absolutely, you'll be able to do that almost instantaneously. And again, the payment system is there. We just need to give a legal framework for it to thrive here in America. Otherwise, we'll see what's been happening. It's going to keep moving offshore. This is a better way for us to protect consumers, and it's certainly a better way for us to make certain that America remains the hotbed of competition and innovation in this space. And it seems to me that this is a big win for the crypto business, but I'm surprised to see Bitcoin and Ethereum actually losing a little ground today. No, go ahead, sir. No, I was going to say, if you think about it, this is great for dollar dominance as well. That we've seen a slight erosion, but this is going to make certain that the dollar is the currency of choice around the world because that's where all the digital trading is going to go. And again, enhancing the demand for treasuries helps us, particularly at a time when we're trying to work this deficit down. Did you catch that? He's talking about buying stablecoins through your broker instantly. The infrastructure already exists. We just need the legal framework to unleash it in America. And here is the kicker. They're not just thinking about convenience. They're thinking about maintaining dollar dominance globally. This is huge for XRP because what they're really saying is that America's financial future depends on stablecoin adoption. They need stablecoin issuers purchasing US debt to maintain economic power. The Trump administration gets it. National security means preventing de-dollarization and proper stablecoin regulation in their secret weapon. Think about it. If digital trading becomes the norm worldwide, and it's all backed by dollar-denominated stablecoins, America stays on top. And XRP, we're perfectly positioned as the bridge currency, making all the cross-border payments lightning fast and dirt cheap. Now let's talk about the game changer we've all been praying for, the SEC Chair Paul Atkins. This guy is already showing his light years ahead of Gary Gensler's approach. Listen to what Atkins just announced. This is exactly what the crypto community has been demanding. How we implement regulations at the SEC is crucial. It's one thing to write a regulation, quite another for it to achieve its intended goal. Regulation should be smart, effective, and appropriately tailored within the confines of our statutory authority. A key priority of my chairmanship will be to develop a rational regulatory framework for crypto asset markets that establishes clear rules of the road for the issuance, custody, and trading of crypto assets while continuing to discourage bad actors from violating the law. Clear rules of the road are necessary for investor protection against fraud. Policymaking will be done through notice and comment rulemaking, not through regulation by enforcement. The Commission will utilize its existing authorities to set fit-for-purpose standards for market participants. Finally, someone who understands that clear rules create healthy markets, not endless enforcement actions. Atkins is talking about rational regulatory frameworks and clear rules of the road. This is music to our ears. He's promising real rulemaking through proper channels, not regulation by lawsuit like we suffered through for years. The guy even looks like he actually enjoys working with people instead of against them. What grade would you give Atkins so far? Drop an A, B, or C in the comments. I'm genuinely curious what you think. So here's where things get absolutely wild. Robinhood just submitted an SEC proposal to regulate tokenized real-world assets. We're talking about bringing Wall Street completely on-chain and unlocking a $30 trillion market. I've been screaming about this for years on this channel. The future isn't just crypto trading. It's everything. Trading 24/7, 365 days a year. Stocks, bonds, real estate, commodities, all tokenized, all tradable around the clock, all flowing through blockchain infrastructure. And speaking of infrastructure, remember Ripple's partner Bitstamp? They just acquired a MiCA crypto asset provider license for the entire EU. This follows their multilateral trading facility license from last year. These Ripple partners are expanding aggressively because they see what's coming, a tsunami of institutional adoption. And you guys, I have a special trick for you, which nobody seems to be using, and I cannot wrap my head around why, because if you sign up through my link down in the description onto the BTCC exchange, you get a 10% deposit bonus, and now stay with me here. Now here comes the important part. If you have any trading capital on any other exchange and you move it to your newly created BTCC account, you get, on top of your capital, you moved another 10% extra trading capital. As an example, so if you move or deposit 100K to your account, you get 10K for free. I'm not kidding. I really don't understand why nobody's doing this. To me, it really seems like people sometimes are too lazy or just don't like free money. I mean, like, I cannot make that account for you. You will need to do that yourself, alright? So let's jump back into the video. Check this out. On those tokenized US treasuries, just smashed through $7 billion in total value locked. This is the first time ever hitting this milestone, and it's just the beginning. So let me show you something cool. You can track all this yourself at realworldassets.xyz. When you search for XRPL activity, you will see we're still early but growing fast. ARCX has processed 111 million, RLESD is at 40 million, and OpenEden hit $5.1 million. These numbers might look small now, but remember, we're witnessing the birth of trillion-dollar markets. So now for the ETF situation, the SEC just delayed the 21 shares XRP ETF decision until June 17th, 2025. Before you panic, this is a procedural delay, not a rejection, you guys. Here is what's likely happening. With Franklin Templeton, 21 shares, Bitwise, and potentially 10 or 20 other institutions wanting XRP ETFs, the SEC probably wants to coordinate approvals. They don't want to give one company a massive first-mover advantage in this competitive market. So the good news, CME XRP futures launched yesterday, and Polymarket bettors are giving us 83% odds for ETF approval by the end of 2025. So the momentum is absolutely building. Now here's something exciting. StraightX is launching a Singapore-backed dollar stablecoin built directly on the XRP ledger. So listen to this quick clip from their head of commercial. And I want you to know this is going to be a great year for Singapore and the United States of America. Thank you so much, Michelle. The great questions. This is not Trump. That was Jason Tay, my very special guest today, supremely talented. That was Jason Tay, head of commercial at StraightX. With me on Money and Me, I'm Michelle Martin. Thank you all so much for the company. Did anyone think that sounded like Trump at first, or just me? Maybe I need more sleep, but seriously, this Singapore partnership shows how global adoption for XRPL infrastructure is accelerating. So now, for the data that has me absolutely pumped, Messari just released their most comprehensive XRPL report ever, and the numbers are absolutely insane. So XRP's market cap increased 2% quarter over quarter, while Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana combined dropped 22%. Let that sink in. XRP outperformed the three biggest cryptos during a down market. RLUSD closed Q1 with $44.2 million market cap on XRPL, making it the network's largest stablecoin. And do you remember Ripple's Hidden Road acquisition? They're migrating $3 trillion in annual trading volume to XRPL and adopting RLUSD as their primary stablecoin. Now, here's the critical point. RLUSD exists on both Ethereum and XRPL. We need to ensure this massive volume flows through the XRPL ledger to create real demand for XRP. I believe Ripple understands this strategy, but we'll be watching closely. The development news is equally exciting, you guys. So the XRPL EVM sidechain went live on testnet March 31st, with mainnet launching in Q2. Plus, we're getting native smart contracts on the XRPL with extensions letting developers attach code to existing XRPL primitives. This solves our biggest problem, the development drought caused by the SEC lawsuit. For years, builders avoided XRPL because of regulatory uncertainty. Now, that's the ending, and we're seeing massive developer interest in the EVM sidechain launch. So, more DeFi, more projects, more utility means more XRP demand. We need those 500,000 developers currently building elsewhere to start building a future on XRPL. One final data point that has me incredibly bullish: average daily trading volume XRPL increased 74% quarter over quarter to $13.7 million. This shows REIT adoption and usage growing rapidly. The report covers the root network extensively. Crypto has been covering this blockchain built for the open metaverse, and it's gaining serious traction with interoperability focus. So, XRP Army, what we're witnessing right now is convergence of regulatory clarity, institutional adoption, technological advancement, and global infrastructure development, all pointing towards XRP's massive utility in the new financial system. From Senator Haggerty's stablecoin vision to Paul Atkins' rational regulation, from Ondo's tokenization success to XRPL's development explosion, every piece is falling into place for XRP's role as the bridge currency for the future. The next few months are going to be absolutely critical. ETF decisions in June, EVM sidechain mainnet launch, hidden road migration, and continued institutional partnerships. We're sitting at the launch pad of something historic. Smash that like button if this analysis got you as excited as I am. Subscribe for the latest XRP intel and drop your thoughts in the comments below. Are you ready for the XRP revolution? Let me know what you think about these Messari metrics and which development has you most pumped. I will see you in the next one. Keep stacking, keep believing, and remember, we're not just holding XRP, we're holding the future of global payments. Wine Crypto, out.